Hey guys, welcome back to Talk House. So, are you currently in the market looking for a subcompact crossover SUV that ticks the boxes of practicality, efficiency, reliability, and still maintains that look from far? Well, ladies and gentlemen, today we have a very special unit, the 2018 Mercedes-Benz GLA 220. Well, and today I'm joined with guests, and they will come as we review the 2018 Mercedes-Benz GLA 220. So, my guests, they can come as we get featured along this exciting vehicle, and stick by the review, and they will also introduce themselves. So, can you introduce yourselves to our viewers?
Okay, hi guys, my name is Aima Wamboy, and trust you me, I wanna try these Benz. I wanna ride these Benz.
So stick by and we'll review this car with one of my guests, and we'll also feature another guest as we review the interior. So I'm your host Joseph Njoroge, and stick by as we review the 2018 Mercedes-Benz GLA 220. So what is the prima facie of the 2018 Mercedes-Benz GLA 220? So for me, I like the Mercedes really maintained a very simple, bold yet minimalistic design language. But Aima can tell us, what do you think about the view of the 2018 Mercedes-Benz GLA 220?
Okay, first and foremost, I think I'm gonna carry this baby back home because people are looking for love. I'm looking for machine. So anyway, let's start with the logo and the body and everything. So guys, this is perfection. I just love this. This is what I love in my life. I want this in my life. So basically, I just love Benz, Mercedes-Benz. Let's finish that, okay? The full word. So basically, I just love the interior, the engine and everything. When you rev that engine, you just want to stay there. You just want to drive and everything. So yeah.
So for the front, I think you have very nice LED headlights, and also as you flow down onto your bumper, you also have very nice fog lights, and they are adaptive in a way that if you're in this car and you turn on the fog lights, if you steer right, the right fog light will light, and if you steer left, the left fog light will light. Just some sense of German engineering, just to make this car stand out, especially in some of the competitors. Also, if you look at your front grille, you can tell that it has a very nice chrome appendages around it, and you have your very nice big Mercedes-Benz emblem, just to remind you that of course you're cruising in a Mercedes-Benz. And I think on part of the front fascia, I think that Mercedes did a very nice job. What do you think about the design of the front?
Okay, basically, let me just say this is like a feminine design, because I would be comfortable driving this machine. I would feel like this is my type of thing, you know, this is my style. So basically, I feel like this is feminine, but at the same time, it's
also masculine. But
exactly.
Our viewers in the comment sections can tell us, is this car more masculine or more feminine? So you tell us at the comment section, and we'll continue reviewing this car. So I think we can progress into the engine as we flow into the interior, and let's see what packs under the hood of the Mercedes-Benz GLA 220. So we'll progress under the hood of this car. So what do we have under the hood of the 2018 Mercedes-Benz GLA 220? Under the hood of this car, you have a 2-liter inline-4 turbocharged petrol engine that produces give or take 181 horsepower and 300 Newton meters of torque. However, this car can also come with diesel engine options for those who love diesel engine options. So, what do you think about the engine of this car?
Okay, basically, you can see there is petrol and diesel. But I would just choose petrol because I just don't know why.
So I think for your preference, you might choose petrol because petrol is much more of those who are oriented into more of performance, while diesel is for those who love they are more conservative about the power. They just want a car that it can cruise comfortably, but it still has a lot of power. So for me, I think I would go for the petrol engine because petrol is more oriented to performance, unlike the diesel engine option. So for this car, the petrol engine comes with the code M271DE, and the diesel comes with the engine code 0M61DE. So it might be confusing, but if you buy a petrol car or a diesel car, you need to know the engine codes that come with this car. And also you might be wondering, how do I know that this car is petrol or diesel? So for our case, at the back it has been written GLA 220. So if it is 220, that automatically becomes a petrol engine. However, if it were a diesel engine, it will become GLA 220D. So the D now will stand for the diesel engine for this car. So you tell me, having that knowledge, will you still go for the diesel engine or will you still go for the petrol engine?
Okay, I would generally choose petrol.
Why?
Yeah. Because of the performance.
Yeah, the performance.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
if you're buying a Mercedes-Benz, you're definitely going for performance, and like someone who is buying maybe, let's say, a Vitz or maybe a Juke. But for those who are performance oriented, I think the M27 one, the petrol engine, will be the perfect alternative for them. So I know you're wondering now, how does the power from this engine goes to the front wheel or the all-wheel wheels of this car? So this car, it comes basically in two main transmissions. One, you can have a 6-speed manual for those who love 3 pedals, because they say real men drive 3 pedals. But for those who are conservative and they love performance, this car comes with a 7-speed dual clutch transmission that the Mercedes people call the 7G Tronic. I know that it can be a lot of languages, but then the best thing that you can need to narrow down is that this car comes with a 7-speed automatic gearbox. So power can be sent to the front wheels or all the wheels of this car. However, for our case, this car, the power is sent to all wheels of this car by a system known as the 4MATIC system. Mercedes named their all-wheel system as the 4MATIC system. So a point to note is that this car is a petrol engine, and power is transmitted to all 4 wheels of this car via a 7-speed gearbox. Are you okay up to there?
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
So and another thing I would like to encourage our viewers, if you are buying a car of this size, it is better for you to go for the all-wheel variant of this car, because imagine umeenda ushago na hii gari, you have a huge car and then unakwama kwa matope. That is a lot of aibu. So if you're going to buy this car, ensure that you go for the car that is either all-wheel drive or it has 4-wheel drive option for this car. So I think on matters to do with the engine, we are done with it. I think we can hop to the interior, and I think Ima will tell us more about the interior of this car, because ladies, they are keen on details as compared to men who we are not keen onto details. So let's hop into the interior of this car and let's see what packs in the inside of the 2018 Mercedes-Benz GLA 220. Now we are the interior of the 2018 Mercedes-Benz GLA 220, and now I think you can walk us through around the interior and you tell us how do you think it feels inside the Mercedes-Benz.
Okay, first and foremost, let's look at the leather seats. I think that is something I would consider buying a car. And let's go now to the AC. Like, it's auto, right?
Yeah.
And when you are just adjusting the seats, this is...
They are electronically controlled, yeah?
Yeah. So that's something that ilinibamba inaitwaje?
Ni sawa tu ilikubamba.
Ilinibamba anyway, so guys, and not to forget the main thing. Look at the sunroof, man.
Yeah, and it's a panoramic. Hey.
What are you saying? What are you saying? What is he saying?
And it's a panoramic sunroof, meaning it can be able to let in light, and also it can open up, and maybe you can enjoy the cool air as you cruise along, yeah, Mercedes-Benz. And also to do matters of the seats, it also has memory seats, meaning you can adjust it maybe to 3 positions depending on who you share your car with. And you can still tell us about the infotainment system. It has a very nice infotainment system, which is touch screen, by the way.
Yeah.
And you can also control it via here. Tell us more about the center console app. I can see a lot of buttons, and which they can be confusing, especially for a first timer.
Yeah, sure.
Who when you just wear such cars. So here you just have the normal buttons for your radio and your media. Maybe uko na USB, ama uko na Bluetooth. Because if you have USB, you will plug it up for center console. You have some ports where you can put your USB, and also you can control the telephone here. You can still call people via this phone. Because hapa hivi tunaona kuna buttons kama zile za kaduda. So you can call people via this setup here, if you connect it via Bluetooth, of course. And also matters of the seats, umesahau kuambia it has heated seats, by the way.
Oh yeah, sure, I forgot about that.
So kama mali unaishi kukora baridi, watu wa Limuru, Denderu, and where Kinangop, they can heat up their bumps if it's very cold. And also you have another button called the dynamic select. The dynamic select, what it does, depending on how you want to drive this car, you have comfort, you have eco, you have sport, and you have individual. Depending on the way you want to drive this car, you can select it via the dynamic select. And also you have your auto stop. What the auto stop does, ukiwa kwa jam and you have engaged eco and umefika kwa jam, you let your foot off the accelerator, the car will turn off.
Yeah.
And if you want to go, if you tap the accelerator, it will turn on. These are just some of the features that Mercedes put at least to save fuel, because you're imagining you kwa jam and your car is continuously running. So to solve that, they put for you auto stop. Hapa hivi uko na your buttons for your parking sensor, because if you are here, you can see you cannot see what is hapo mbele kwa bonnet. So you have parking sensors around. However, they can be annoying, especially in Kenya, where people tailgate. Mtu anakufuata sana kwa jam. They make some annoying noises. So if you want to completely turn them off, you use this button for the parking sensors off. So another thing you have here is this one, the DSR, which is like the auto hold for some other cars. Hii button inasaidianga wakati uko mteremko and you don't want to put your leg continuously on the brake. If you engage this button, the car will automatically hold itself on the downward position bila kuroll chini. So those are just some of the few features that Mercedes-Benz wamekuwekea hapa. So you can tell us more about the center console. Hapa hivi I see some more fancy features hapa hivi.
Yeah, actually something unique about it is most of the cars you kind of see there is no, you know, the gear and everything. There is parking and everything, but this one comes with it's free. You know, you have to control through
by this knob.
So for you to, where you can place your keys, this is where you can place your keys, guys, your gloves and everything. For the ladies, we got you,
of course.
And then let's go to where you can put your phone and everything, your coffee, where you can charge your phone.
And also you can put more luggage documents. Documents. And also one thing it has for the ladies who put on shades, you can put your shades here. At least if you are driving at night and some people are blinding you, you can take your shades there and you can put them there. So you have talked about the gear lever. This car comes with something known as the shift by wire, meaning you do not have the conventional, the park, reverse, neutral and drive. Rather it has been placed here on the stock, like that one for the indicator. So in this car, wala tu penda kuomba magari za lift, be very careful that kama umepatiwa gari na uji, because you might accidentally put it into reverse wakati una indicate upper right or left. So to do that, Mercedes wakaeka hiyo indicator hii side on the left hand side. Just like any typical European cars, the indicators are always on the left hand side, while the wipers will also be on the right hand side. However, for this car, the wipers and the indicators, they are all on the left hand side. And also you have a very nice leather engraved steering wheel, and it just feels comfort and premium and luxurious as well. So how do you feel about the dashboard here?
Okay, it's actually pure leather. I kind of feel like
I think the leather, it has very nice soft touch material, and it does not feel like cheap scratchy plastic, and like in other cars where ukishika hapa you feel that it has a lot of plastic, but this car they engraved it in a very nice leather as well. And also the steering wheel has a very nice leather, and you have a very nice cream stitching around it, just to add a sense of luxury and convenience on this car. And also this car comes with paddle shifters, and like I told you hapo mbele, this car comes with something known as a dual clutch transmission. So if you engage this car into sport mode, you can use these paddle shifters here to engage or disengage your gears, especially if you want to feel the full power of the engine of this car. So I think Mercedes really did a very nice job, and also you have your panoramic sunroof like you told them, and also have very nice leather seats, and they're like bucket style inspired, meaning they really tuck you in very well, especially if you're cruising on long trips, you'll not feel tired. And also on the speedometer, you also have your analog speedometer, meaning you have your conventional numbers and your pointer stick. And like in other cars where you have a digital one, which I kind of prefer this. What do you think? Do you prefer the analog one or the digital one?
Definitely the digital one. We're in our modern world, so I prefer the digital one.
Me, I think I'll stick to the conventional stick and the numbers. And also it matters to do the digital things. Also on the AC you have your buttons and like touch screen. So would you prefer touch screen on the AC or your normal buttons and your knobs?
Okay, basically normal.
Touch screen or buttons?
Buttons. Yeah, for the AC.
I think for the first time you are part with one thing, because for me I also prefer the normal knobs and the buttons, because if your hands are wet, sometimes it can be difficult to access the AC because of your arms which are wet. So to solve that, at least the knobs and the buttons, they're just easy to use. So I think in terms of the front, I think Mercedes really did a very nice job maintaining this interior to be luxurious yet minimalistic at the same time. So do you have anything you can add in the interior, or you can cross to the rear at the back?
I think I'm fully satisfied personally, so I don't think I have anything to add.
Yeah, so we can cross to the rear and let's see what parks are the rear of the 2018 Mercedes-Benz GLA 220.
Oh yeah, sure. Let's go, guys.
So when we come at the side profile of the 2018 Mercedes-Benz GLA 220, you can tell that this is a subcompact crossover SUV, yet it quite sits quite high. Your ground clearance is not compromised because on the wheels you have your size 18 alloy wheels that come as standard, and also at the front you have your conventional McPherson struts, and if you cross to the rear you have your multi-link suspension at the rear, meaning this car you can be able to cruise at uneven spaces, or you can decide to take it off-roading if you choose. So I think you can cross into the interior and let's see what parks at the interior of the 2018 Mercedes-Benz GLA 220. So at the interior of the 2018 Mercedes-Benz GLA 220, you can tell us, how do you feel at the rear of the 2018 Mercedes-Benz GLA?
Okay, well, first and foremost, Mercedes always goes for the luxury, and so I'm feeling comfortable when I'm seated here. And for the back benches, guys, man, look, you have your own ACs here, and at the same time you have these armrests whereby you can be chilling and you just like, okay, you know, I'm comfortable. You see what I was saying? So yeah, basically that's what I can say. Yeah.
And also for the armrest, you also have your cup holders here. To flick them, the passenger can also hold their drinks here. And like in other cars, maybe passenger anashikilia drink yake and maybe they can dirtify their car if you hit bumps. And also matters to do with the headroom and legroom. Okay, I'm not the tallest or the shortest person, but okay, there is let's say adequate knee room, however, and also there is adequate headroom. However, for the tall passengers, maybe for a long distance, the space might be a little bit compromised. However, for the average person height, I think you are comfortable.
Yeah.
But for the tall persons, I think the headroom and the legroom might be a little bit compromised. However, it is not a small car nor a huge car, but it just gets the job done. However, if you are tall, I think the GLA may not be the best perfect for you, especially if you're not on the driver's seat, especially if you're being ferried at the rear. And also hapa nyuma, you have your dual AC. Hata wale mbele hawata enjoy AC na huku nyuma mpigwe na joto. So I think in matters of the rear, I think the Mercedes-Benz guys did a very nice job. Oh, and also we forgot to tell them, this car comes with something known as the Harman Kardon surround system, and the sound that comes from the sound that those speakers produce, it is a sound worth listening. So those are some of the features that you enjoy when you buy a premium car like the Mercedes-Benz GLA 220. So I think we can floor the boot and let's see, is there enough space to haul more luggage for maybe 4 people, especially if you are cruising on a road trip. So we can hop at the boot and let's see if you have enough space. Now at the rear of the 2018 Mercedes-Benz GLA 220, you can tell that Mercedes really maintained a very simple, minimalistic design language. So what do you think at the rear of the 2018 Mercedes-Benz GLA?
Basically, let me just say, now this gives that look. Yeah. Like, you know, the GLAs, you know. Yeah. First from the logo and everything, you kind of just tell this is now G something. Yeah, the G series. Yeah. And also, I think at the rear it looks more masculine as compared to the front. At the rear it looks like it's wider and bulky. Yeah. And also on matters to do with the badging, when you see GLA on any Mercedes-Benz, GLA is the long form for the German word Glandenwagen. Glandenwagen means off-road vehicle in Germany. So Glandenwagen, they shorten it to GLA, and the A stands for the class of the vehicle, because for Mercedes-Benz you have A class, C class, E class and the S class. So GLA is the smallest subcompact crossover SUV in the Mercedes lineup. If you see GLC, now it's a little bit bigger, and GL is the biggest. Now you have the GLS, the holy grail of the GL class. So GL means Glandenwagen, which means off-road. A is the smaller class, and now 220 is just the numbering of this car. And like I told you, if you see 220D, it means that it uses a diesel engine. And for the 4MATIC, it is the four-wheel, the only drive system that this car comes with. So I think Mercedes, they really did a very nice, well done job to make this car look a little bit bold, aggressive and minimalistic. Also, you also have a very nice chrome appendage here, just to help you not to scratch your bumper when you're unloading or offloading goods. So let's pop the trunk and let's see what is hidden under the space of this car. And as you can see, you have a very nice automatic powered tailgate, just to add a sense of luxury and convenience. Because with this car, utaki kujichokesha na uko na mizigo, and like they say, pesa itaki kelele. So at the rear, you can tell us more about this car. What is the space? How can you tell us about the space of this car? Guys, let me test this. Let me test something.
You're going to be our SI unit for the space. If she feels anyone can fit.
Can I fit, guys? Oh my goodness, I am waking up from here.
If Ima can fit, I don't think there's any more luggage that is bigger than Ima. So under the trunk you have very adequate space for this car.
Yeah,
so
sure.
I think if you buy this car, you are not going to be worried about the space or matters to do with space. Let me help you.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah. So matters of space, I think we have done a practical example for our space, and Ima has been our SI unit for the space. So let's go to the most important segment for this car: value for money. Currently, this car in the market goes for around 3.5, 3.6 million Kenyan shillings. However, at Kaman Autos along Kiambu Road, we are giving out this car at a very nice price. Away with this car, you only need to do is pay us a visit along Kiambu Road, just past AAR Hospital, and we'll be gladly to test drive this car for you. And also, you can also walk home with this car. For this car, what do you think, Ima?
Actually, if I had, can you guys, will you support me? Because nigga, I have 1.5, so I need you guys to support me. But
Tuweke
anyway.
pay bill.
Hey,
We're going to put a pay bill for this car, for Ima to have this car. So tuweke a pay bill, we raise funds for her. Hadi amejitolea kuingia hapa.
Oh, necessary.
So like, share, subscribe for that effort. So for 2.6 million Kenyan shillings, you can walk away with this car, the GLA 220 Formatic. Also, what are some of the competitors that this car rivals with? Like I told you, for the German counterparts, you have the Volkswagen Tiguan, you have the Audi Q3, and maybe you have the Volvo XC40. But for the Japanese counterparts, you have the famous Nissan Juke, ile inakuwa na mataa hapa juu kama frog. Yeah.
Know,
you have the Honda Vezel, and you also have maybe the Nissan. It's called the Nissan what? Maybe the Nissan X-Trail, I think, because it's a subcompact crossover SUV. So I guess if you have any question or you like to review, you come to view this car, you can leave us a comment below. And also Ima, she can also leave her contacts below, and also the channel that she also reviews, because she's also a vlogger and she decided to join us on the review. So you can tell them where to find you. Also, and maybe our cameraman takuja introduce hata so you can tell them where they can find you.
Okay, so guys, where you can find me, TikTok, Instagram, it's Ima Boy, and let's go now to YouTube where it's the stars KE. Alright, so for the contacts, we're gonna highlight down there. So yeah, guys, that's where you're gonna get me. Yeah. So
cameraman ni kama amesema hata ataekewa pay bill atusalimie. So unataka kuwasalimia, kuja usalimie ma fans. Yeah, na za pay bill.
Yeah.
So she's our cameraman for today. So she'll say her name.
Okay, hi guys, my name is Wangare. I hope you've learned a thing, one or two, about the Mercedes-Benz GLA 220, and stick with us for more car reviews. And also pale kwa comment, tell us what car would you want us to review next.
Yeah. So like, share, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, adios.
Adios, guys.
Yeah.